fantasy, caught in a landslide, no escape from reality.
Alright, so here it is, Rise of the Black Panther #1. This is the little pet project that they've been working on. The guy that wrote this is Narcisse. He is a reporter. You know, that they said this and I didn't really believe it, but it's kind of true. All of these quote-unquote reporters for comic books, they only do that because they want to do a comic book. That's the only reason that they do this job. And it shows too, because they say all the right things, they do all the right things, they try to be everybody's friend in the comic book industry, so they can do exactly this right here. Now, what's funny about this is Ta-Nehisi Coates, he collaborated on this book with Narcisse because, you know, everything with the Black Panther has to be tied to Ta-Nehisi Coates because he's literally a Black Panther. But the thing is, Coates told on himself a while back because he said that when he was working on the Black Panther books that he would consult with Narcisse because he was quote-unquote a Black Panther expert, that he knew more than him. And that was kind of a telltale sign where I was like, why are you on this book, Coates? If you don't know enough about this character, why are you asking this guy here and he's not on this book? So I guess he kind of figured that out. So this is his little, this is Narcisse's little foot dab into the water of, or foot dip into the water of Marvel here. So we're going to see how this goes for him. Now, I got news for you. I read this book. It's 25. It's like 20 something pages. It's just a hair bigger than a regular comic. And after I read through it, I liked it. I actually liked this book. Now, this is probably going to be, I'm not sure if it tells me how many issues it's going to be. I'm guessing like maybe 6. I would not do very many of these if I was them, because this is not your regular comic book. You know what I mean? This is a storytelling. This is how the Black Panther got started. And it's the Rise of the Black Panther story for a reason. This is the beginning of the Black Panther. You start the story with Black Panther's grandfather. And then it quickly moves into Black Panther's father. And then you get to find out the struggles that he went through as he became the young king. And I got to say, the Black Panther that we know of, T'Challa, his father was really a really cool character if he's like this character here. As a matter of fact, I think he might be cooler than the regular Black Panther. But the story goes through, and it plays out a lot like, it almost felt like a Star Wars story to me, like a cool Star Wars story, not a messed up one, because of the lore and everything, and the parents having the baby and all that good stuff. But I don't know, it just kind of felt like that to me. So the story beginning here, it reads, since time immemorial, a lineage of fierce warrior kings have protected the African country of Wakanda. Theirs was the title of Black Panther, a mantle of spiritual and political leadership handed down for generations. Thanks to the Black Panthers, the country has remained hidden, uncolonized, and unconquered for untold centuries. Wakanda is home to secret technological advances and contains the great sacred mound of vibranium, a source of rare, ultra-durable metal that absorbs energy and vibration. Many have sought to conquer Wakanda, all have failed. No king has ever died at the hands of the outsiders. And so this says, writer by Evan Narcisse, consultant Ta-Nehisi Coates. And this is what kills me about these people. They have so much pride and so much jealousy that they can't even, like, at the beginning of the book, they had Coates' name first. He was just a consultant. And just like Dan Slott, when he did the Venom Incorporated book, his name's first on all the books. Even though he really had nothing to do with that except for just the Amazing Spider-Man issues, which are not as good as the regular standalone issues. And that's what's so funny. They're trying to ride the coattails of these other writers that naturally have more talent than them, which is kind of funny. So basically, the story is very good history of where the original Black Panther came from. You have his grandfather meets Captain America for the first time, which was really cool. You have some great artwork there. And it goes through the story. You get to meet his father. His father is like a bad A, riding a motorcycle around everywhere. He starts seeing a orphan girl from another village. She's actually a scientist that's pretty smart. She works on the vibranium. They're able to make the suit that later on, you know, helps Black Panther fight. This Black Panther is awesome. The art's very good. The action scenes are pretty good. The story kept my attention because there was always something going on. There's always something happening. You had Von Strucker show up, and then you had Claw show up. So I mean, it was very cool scene. Even though it was pretty big, I kind of blew through it pretty quickly because, you know, it was very entertaining. Now there's some problems with this book. The problems with this book is it doesn't read like a comic book, it reads like a graphic novel. Because they're trying to tell you so much in one issue that each page is like a different story. Also, there's way too much dialogue. Way too much dialogue. Sometimes you'll get to a point to where there's a page and there's almost no pictures because there's so much dialogue. And that was a problem for me. You can tell something in one sentence. You can tell something in a couple of words. You don't need to have to, you know, spread it out. Like, here's one scene where the Black Panther is attacking Claw. You know, they're coming through the wall and they're trying to keep Claw from getting in. And the Black Panther and his crew, Black Panther and the crew, are running through there. And they said, this is what he yells at them. There will be no petition. The only people with the right to mine vibranium live inside these walls. Leave this place or die. As he's running after them. Why could he not say, leave this land or die? With exclamation points. And then Claw says, I'm afraid I've come too far to do either of those, King. Let's see if this Hydra and tail was worth all that money. And I mean, there's way too much talking, way too much dialogue. But the action scenes are very cool. And so it was pretty fun. It was tragic. There was a lot of action. But like I said, there's a lot of problems because you have way too much dialogue. And there's a pretty funny scene here because they show the Black Panther's face at one point, and I don't know if I'm seeing things, but he looks like Ta-Nehisi Coates in that picture. And I had to Google the image of Coates to look at his face, and I'm pretty sure they reference his face for Black Panther's dad, which made me lull and lull because that is just silly. You're going to insert yourself in the comic, and not only that, but you're going to try to look. You try to be the main character. That's so funny to me. But this book teaches you a lot of lessons here because it teaches you the history of Wakanda. It teaches you how T'Challa's dad started relations with the other peoples outside of the kingdom. He was a lot different than the other kings. He was more rebellious. He actually left for part-time and came back to take up kingship. And he didn't play by the rules. He knew what was right and what was wrong, but he knew when to break the rules. He actually sought out one of the Stark family members to help get medicine for his wife. I mean, it's a pretty fun little story. And the way they draw the Black Panther is really cool. He's extremely muscular. He's awesome. He's manly. He has a cool costume. And then he gets another cool costume, which is even more fun. And there's a lot of fight scenes in this. But, yeah, I mean, I was kind of surprised because, you know, I thought this was going to be another cringe, but then other people's like, hey, you know, you need to watch out. This may be pretty good. Somebody keeps telling me, you know, hey. And then I read it, and I was like, I'm going to give this a chance. I'm going to give this a chance. And it's actually really good. The art's good. The story's good. It's got good pace. And, yeah, like I said, it's pretty fun. So I don't know. Maybe this is the new start. Maybe this is on the way to something good. Now my problem is, or the funny thing about this, it's not really a problem, but the funny thing is, okay, so now you've got Ta-Nehisi Coates. He has introduced this new guy, okay, and then he's told everybody that this is the guy that he talks to, when he needs answers on the Black Panther. Okay, so now you've given him a book, Rise of the Black Panther. All right. So what happens when this book sells really good? Because Black Panther and Black Panther and the Crew did not sell good at all. Black Panther and the Crew got canceled at book 2 and went on to book 6 because they already had an agreement with the artists and everything. What happens when this book does really well and it overshadows what Coates is doing? What do you do with Coates at that point? Because I have a feeling that Coates is going to have a very prideful, very jealous mindset. He's going to want all of the accolades. He's going to want all of the money from what he's getting, and he's going to want his name on everything. So is he going to keep writing this other guy's coattails? Is he going to follow him around in all the other books and put his name first? It's going to be an awkward situation because now you've introduced somebody that's clearly better than you with this first issue. Now we'll find out by like issue 4 if it's going to continue to be that good, but this does not bode well for Ta-Nehisi Coates. He may have just signed his own unemployment check there, because I don't know. But anyway, I would definitely check this out. You know, I've never been that much of a Black Panther fan. It's just, you know, he's one of those characters that's whatever. But here they kind of found their niche. Now, is it going to be as good as Captain America? No. Do we need 8 books from the Black Panther? No. I mean, the movie still hasn't came out yet, and we've just been saturated with Black Panther so far. And I think the problem is they're trying to get that other fan base. They're trying to get that quote-unquote black fan base to read Marvel Comics. The problem is you're probably never going to have that. And you're saying, well, why? Why not? Well, you've got the fan base that is diverse already. You've got all nations of people reading comics. But here's one of the problems. From what I've noticed and what I've read and who I've talked to, most of the black demographic likes anime and manga. They're probably never going to move over to comics completely when you've got manga like My Hero Academia. These other comic books just cannot compete with that kind of stuff. They're a totally different thing. Totally different. So it's kind of foolish the way they keep trying to push this stuff. And like I said, this book is good, but it's kind of foolish the way they keep trying to push this stuff, especially when they just announced that they're going to use the Black Valkyrie character in the new Exiles book. And I'm just thinking, why? Why? And then I saw the artwork and they had drawn her like a man, like a linebacker. And so it just boggles my mind that they keep trying to do this. It's not going to work. The fans aren't there. Now, that being said, this book is a very good book, so let's do the smart thing. If this continues to be good for the rest of the run, which, you know, surely it's not going to be forever, maybe it'll be like 6 issues. If it does really good, I say cancel all the other books, put this guy on the Black Panther book, and go make some money. Now, at the same time, I also got a suggestion from a friend of mine, the Umbrella guy. He's on Twitter and YouTube. He said, hey, wouldn't it be fun if CB Cebulski got a manga or an anime artist or writer to do a Black Panther book? And I was like, that may be the way to get that demographic to read it then, because then you're going to have a manga style Black Panther book for that demographic that likes manga to read this book. And then you've got CB Cebulski, which is deep rooted. He loves anime, he loves manga. He's from that. He married an Asian lady. I mean, he went over there to China, did a lot of their marketing. He loves that kind of stuff. He changed his name to, I mean, he had the surname, the pen name Akira, for God's sakes. But maybe that could be an idea. I don't know. But this book is cool. Definitely check it out. Like I said, the only downside is there's way too much dialogue. Somebody should have saw that and been like, nope. Because I just think that the guy was trying to do too much. You know, he wanted to come out here both barrels smoking in the wind, and you know, sometimes it comes back to bite you. But Evan Narcisse, I think, did a very good job on this. Definitely read it. But they definitely need to calm it down with the dialogue. That's one thing for sure. Now, I did see right here they have a variant cover by Tyler Kirkman, so that's pretty cool. I don't know why they keep saturating the market with all those variant covers. Stop it. Stop it. But alright guys, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I hope you like this video, and I'll talk to you guys later. Underground Geek out.
I wish I knew you when I was young.